process that is something we have to keep pursuing day after day. Amidst this pandemic, we must be resilient to the new normal setting of learning. Let us aim high, work hard, and believe that we can do it. And yes, we can. Without further ado, it is our pride and honor to present to you our first virtual ceremony and moving up exercises of Nicolas R. Delgado Elementary School, school year 2020-2021. Let us give them a virtual applause. Ladies and gentlemen, the processional. To start with, let us give honor to our country by singing the Philippine National Anthem, followed by doxology and AKLAN hymn, all through multimedia presentation.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
nga tanan mato. Ruwa mong isip pagandong punakimo. Ruwa mong aklan, among pagabantayan, ring kamarayran. Ru paglaong, pati man ru kalipayan. Dalani mo kamong tanan. Ikaw Aklan, probinsya nga Manggaran. May dagat ka, may bukid pagkapatagan. May ati ka, bantog sa kalibutan. Ang kulturang ginapabugay labi sa tanan. O among Aklan, among pagabantayan, ring kamayran. Ru Diyos na to, ni Mauro nagagiya. Aklan, probinsya nga mauswag, mabuhay ka. Ru Diyos na to, ni Mauro nagagiya. Aklan, probinsya nga mauswag, mabuhay ka.
This time, let us hear our heartwarming words of welcome from Jurik James I. Mayan with honors.
Our honored guests, beloved teachers, graduating pupils, our ever-supportive and loving parents, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant day. Graduation day is one of the most exciting time in every student's journey. However, because of the current situation caused by COVID-19 pandemic, things did not happen as what we're expecting. Nevertheless, such excitement comes into reality today, as we witness the virtual graduation rites of NICOLAS Delagado Elementary School, a big challenge in our part, the new setting of learning. Amidst this crisis, a batch of a new normal alumni will step to the next chapter of their life. On behalf of the graduating batch of 2021 of NICOLAS Delagado Elementary School, I welcome you all to the virtual graduation ceremony. We are truly blessed and grateful to have you all.
Presentation of candidates for graduation by Mrs. Indalicia B. Vidal, Head Teacher 2.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the 31 grade 6 pupils of NICOLAS Delagado Elementary School for the school year 2020-2021. 22 are boys and 9 are girls. They have satisfactorily completed the required basic education curriculum prescribed by the Department of Education. Henceforth, I recommend the approval of their graduation.
Confirmation of candidates for graduation by Sir Michael T. Rapiz, Chief Education Supervisor.
By virtue of the authority vested upon me by our school's Division Superintendent, Dr. Miguel Mac Dizon Aposin Sasufay, and upon the strength of the recommendation of our school head, Ma'am Indalicia Vidal, that these 31 pupils, 22 of whom are boys and 9 are girls, have satisfactorily completed the requirements of elementary education under the K-12 basic education curriculum, I hereby confirm your graduation. Henceforth, graduates, you are eligible to pursue the next level of basic education cycle, which is grade 7, in any public or private junior high schools here in the country and abroad. These junior high schools may offer special curricular programs, special program in the arts, in journalism, in foreign languages, in sciences, and other curricular programs. Congratulations, graduates!
Grade 6 Class Roll, School Year 2020-2021. Sabino Cyrus Lee R. with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Arnilo and Juliet Sabino. Mayan Jorik James I. with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jomer Andrica Gemma Mayan. Precious Jane D. with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Sandy and Rispa Retizo. Amancio Christian Jed F., son of Mr. and Mrs. Roberto and Maritis Amancio. Amistoso Julian Luis, son of Marilo Amistoso. Artatis Rolin B., son of Mr. and Mrs. Ricky and Noraline Artatis. Bartolata John Ray I., son of Mr. and Mrs. Antonio and Teresita Bartolata. Bawiga Mark John Lloyd D., son of Mr. Jorin Bawiga and Mary Joy Di Pamailo. Bonifacio Romel A., son of Mr. and Mrs. Rowan and Marilo Bonifacio. Landoy Mark Lawrence E., son of Mr. and Mrs. Bernard and Erna Dandoy. John Lloyd P., son of Mr. and Mrs. Virgilio and Eden de la Cruz. De la Vega Nathaniel E., son of Mr. and Mrs. Febrito and Neri de la Vega. Flaviano John Robertson R., son of Mr. and Mrs. Rio and Feby Flaviano. Leva Ian M., son of Mr. Ivan Leva and Marilo Mayor. Mines Lance Tristan B., son of Mr. Marlo Mines and Giselle Benvenida. Marcy Nino Carl D., son of Mr. and Mrs. Ray and Abigail Parsi. Regalado Rowan A., son of Mr. and Mrs. Rowell and Ninfa Regalado. Rufin Kian N., son of Mr. and Mrs. Alan and Eden Rufin. Son of Mr. and Mrs. Pipito Jr. and Evangeline Ruta. Sabio John Raybert D., son of Mr. Jimbert Sabio and Mrs. Rialyn Andrade. Simeon Mark Joseph P., son of Mr. and Mrs. Joseph and Drencel Simeon. Sonyo Kent Divan B., son of Mr. and Mrs. Nolly and Charlie Sonyo. Villarais MJ B., son of Mr. and Mrs. Melvin and Jenly Villarais. Barrera Lady Han M., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd and Rosebel Barrera. Bautista Amia Shane N., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Edwin and Alma Bautista. Benvenida Lyria B., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Avenida. Flaviano Niñalin Mark D., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Mark and Arlene Flaviano. Rufin Mary Joyce D., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Saryu and Mary Joy Rufin. Rufin Ria Laika D., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Glenn and Rio Rufin. Sasa Riami A., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ryan and Ami Sasa. Villarico Kathleen M., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Virgilio and Judilyn Villarico. Congratulations!
Presentation of Kindergarten Completers by Mrs. Joanne D. Bendoy.
Mrs. Indalicia B. Vidal, Head Teacher 2. Representasyon ko atong Supervisor, Distrito Itbatan. Ma'am, dungog kong ipresentar kimo rayang kindergarten nga mga unga it NICOLAS R. Delagado Elementary School. 15 karahayaki ag siyam nga babayi. Sa kabilugan nga 24. Sandara hay madinagag-on nga nakakompleto sa pinakamanubo nga sugo nga ginpatupad it departamento it edukasyon sa eskwela it kindergarten dagong 2020 hasta 2021. Ako nagahinyo nga ruanda nga ra nga moving up o paggakdang paadto sa masunod nga halimtang it edukasyon magakumpirmahan ag magaaprubahan agud sandara hay manging kwalipikado nga makapalista sa unang grado sa pampubliko o pribadong eskwelahang elementarya sa nasyong Pilipinas.
Confirmation of the completers by Mrs. Indalicia B. Vidal, Head Teacher 2.
Sa puder ag otoridad nga gintugyan kakon it Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Miguel Mac D. Apusin, CESO 5, ag sa mabaskog nga rekomendasyon ko inyo nga maestra Joanne D. Bendoy, raya nga mga unga sa kinder 15 kagalaki ag siyam kababayi sa kabilugan nga 24 hay nakakumpleto ko kinahanganon nga gintagana it departamento it edukasyon sanda hay kwalipikado nga ipalista sa unang grado pribado man o pampublikong eskwelahan it atong nasyong Pilipinas sa dagong 2021 hasta 2022.
Kindergarten Completers, School Year 2020-2021. Boys, Anyag Joven Jr. B., son of Mr. and Mrs. Joven F. Anyag Sr. Bautista Zian B., son of Mr. and Mrs. Brian O. Bautista. Berzoron Shanli B., son of Mr. and Mrs. Ronald B. Berzo. Bombita Niel Jasper L., son of Mr. and Mrs. Ronel T. Bombita. Castillo Miko D., son of Mr. and Mrs. Michael F. Castillo. De la Cruz Mark Joshua B., son of Mr. and Mrs. John P. De la Cruz. Ignacio Kurt Andre M., son of Mr. and Mrs. Romel B. Ignacio. Julian Yuan Bonifacio, son of Mr. and Mrs. Chris Andy C. Julian. Necesario John Hervey G., son of Mr. and Mrs. Jonelle A. Necesario. Parsi Ivan Glenn P., son of Mr. and Mrs. Gilbert V. Parse. Pareño Sunny Boy H., son of Mr. and Mrs. Robian M. Pareño. Patnugot Ralph T., son of Mr. and Mrs. Rafael V. Patnugot. Mrs. Rico B. Salva. Girls, Amasio Maria Faith Jara D., daughter of Miss Gisette D. Amasio. Bonifacio Alexandra P., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Efren B. Bonifacio. Buenvenida Rovelyn M., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd M. Buenvenida. De la Cruz Ashley Denise M., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. RGP De La Cruz. De la Vega Kia E., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Febrito B. De la Vega. Francisco Sayona Faris V., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Wayhope C. Francisco. Garcia Anya Monique, daughter of Miss Mary Jane V. Garcia. Rufin Angel Nicole, daughter of Miss Rizabal A. Rufin. Villarize Micah B., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Melvin D. Villarize.
Inspirational messages from Secretary Leonor M. Briones, Secretary of Education. Dr. Miguel Mac D. Aposi, Schools Division Superintendent. Mr. Michael T. Rapiz, Chief Education Supervisor. Mrs. Margie M. Apirocho, Principal in charge of the district. Mrs. Indalicia B. Vidal, Head Teacher 2.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically. Where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded. In addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug, virtually of course, and each greeting which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be open because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies, during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
The health risks of COVID-19. To our completers and graduates this school year, this momentous milestone in your life should be marked with gladness and appreciation. You have shown resiliency and perseverance during this trying time. The experience will hopefully give you the courage and confidence to face life's challenges ahead. Remain steadfast as well as focused on your goals, and above all, nurture your faith in God. Lastly, in behalf of the entire DepEd Schools Division of AKLAN, our heartfelt congratulations and our prayers for the safety and good health of everyone. May God bless us all.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. I am proud of you. The difficulties on your way that you were able to overcome with dignity, and I'm sure that you will not stop there. Not even this pandemic can hold you back. Your passionate determination will lead to great success and happiness in life. I can't wait to see what is the next chapter in your journey as you go on to enter the next phase of education. Remember that every moment in your life serves as the next stepping stone to something greater. Stay true to yourself and continue to learn. Most importantly, lift others as you climb. You are the creators of your future, and my heart truly swells with hope. I humbly place it in your hands. Salamat sa mga ginikanan, sa pag-iya ko atong mga inunga sa pagbalik-balik sa eskwelahan para magbuo in modules at sa pagbalik luman kung hisabtan yun. Sa mga inunga nga natak-an magbinasa, magsabat, nga uwain maestra sa andang kilid para sa pag-iya kanda, akon amat nagapatuho sa daigluha ay nagaoy it binasa in modules. Pasensya gid sa atong mga learners. For the teachers, thank you very much for the sacrifices in printing the modules for the whole year. Ra inyong kabudlay, hindi matupungan. Do sakripisyo, ro pagpugaw, ag kagaoy it inobra. Salamat gid nga abo, kinyo tanan. DepEd Batan teachers. Onward, DepEd Batan, and big congratulations to the class of 2021.
We at NICOLAS R. DELAGADO Elementary School congratulates the graduates of batch 2021. As we all know, we are facing a tough situation in our education this school year because of pandemic. However, with the joint effort of our dear teachers and parents, we made it through. As much as we want to have seen the graduates wearing their togas with their proud parents, walking with big smile on their faces, just like before, but now we couldn't possibly make it. Despite of all the challenges we are facing now, we are still hopeful that everything will be in place soon. We just need to cooperate and continue to pray that God will deliver. As for our dear teachers and parents, we appreciate all your time, effort, and dedication to teach the children the learnings that they need for them to be equipped and still use for the future endeavor. Thank you for working hand in hand despite of these big adjustments to all of us. May we continue to work all together for the benefit of our learners at NICOLAS R. DELAGADO Elementary School. Again, congratulations to our dear graduates for this batch with a theme, Kalidad ng Edukasyon lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya. Strengthening quality education amidst COVID-19 pandemic. May the favor of the Lord be with us all.
Message of gratitude by Silently with honors.
Honored guests, school head, teachers, parents, friends, and my co-graduates, a very pleasant day. Congratulations! We've done it. All the hard work has finally paid off, and we're all ready to take the next step in life. I know that this pandemic has caused us fears, anxieties, uncertainties, and new challenges, especially the new setting of learning. But we are capable, strong, and resilient. We may not be able to control the situation, but we can control ourselves, our thoughts, action, and choices. We can rise above these challenging times and continue our dreams. Let us bear in mind that the greatest weapon we can have today is guarding ourselves with strong faith and prayer. God has been our guiding light throughout our journey. We are now to reap the fruit of our sacrifices. Hence, graduation is not the end of our learning, but it is the start of a new chapter of our student life. This is the first step, first success, and first achievement to all of us. I am honored to stand and speak before you today. On behalf of the graduating class of 2021, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to the people behind our success. First, to our Almighty God for being our guiding light and strength, for always with us and never leave us in these trying times. To our dear parents and family who serve as our teacher in this modular learning and supported us in all our needs. Ma, Pa, thank you for your unconditional love. To our dear teachers who serve as a beacon in shaping our mind and whole being. To our schoolmates and friends who shared us happy memories in NICOLAS R. DELAGADO Elementary School, thank you all. My dear graduates, when we leave our alma mater today, let us be proud and celebrate what we have accomplished and be an inspiration to others. Congratulations, class of 2021! Mabuhay!
days when we're together, the stumbles and the falls, the laughters and the tears. Days spent together will never fade away. Every single moment will be treasured every day. Take a step to the journey that begins. Spread the wings to soar above the horizon. We shall carry with us your teachings to live a life of success. Take a step to the journey that begins. Spread the wings to soar above the horizon. We shall find a place for us, a place where hope is alive because of our dreams. Goodbye is not the ending for you and for our friends. It is just a new beginning to the journey of our dreams. Days spent together use your teachings to live a life of success. Take a step to the journey that begins. Spread your wings to soar above the horizon. We shall find a place for us, a place where hope is alive because of our dreams.
Batch 2020-2021.